Hello, hello. Welcome in. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure everything's good. All right. Oop. You know, I'm starting to realize that I should probably invest in a Steam Deck because then I can just press a button and things switch over to the settings that I would like, and I wouldn't have to like click 80 times. But that's just me being lazy. Okay. um, yeah. So I'm gonna turn on the music a little bit more. Okay, so we are going to be finishing up Strange Antiquities. I don't have a specific game plan for afterward, but I'm hoping this takes up. Feel what? Oh, I was talking about. Welcome in, by the way. I was talking about yes, laziness, but specifically, I was talking about getting or looking into a Steam Deck because there's a lot of um, instead of switching between windows constantly and like going back and forth between screens, I would be able to kind of manually control things from just like a little machine on my desk, and it would make things a lot easier. Unfortunately, they are kind of expensive, but not that expensive. Some of them are super cheap, but I'm picky. That being said, we're going to jump into Strange Antiquities. I should be able to finish it today. I think I only had like 4 or 5 days. Hello, hello, welcome in. 4 or 5 days left in game. Um, I do have that one free detective game that I played the demo for. Moses and Plato. And I did like that one. I like the stories, the characters. It was fun. Day 15. I remembered that I left myself a couple of things to start with. This, and there was one more thing. Was it this? There is a simple tool of my create. No, that's what this is. There's two things. It was this and oh, the riddle. The thingamajig in the catacombs. Okay, we'll use this first. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. I'm going to assume it's here. Pine woodcutter. This different pine under the barn. Is this the barn? That's my question. Is the game audio odd or is that just me? Is it odd? Does it sound weird? Give me a sec. I can go back to the menu. It might not be you. My audio does that. Does that on occasion. I'm just gonna reset it quick. What happened? Because I went quiet? Oh, also, I see that you use the back command, but I went and reset my connection to Streamlabs and all of the commands should work now. Like the lurk and, well, obviously because the back is working in chat, so I'm assuming everything else does as well. So, thank you. Yeah. It took me a minute to figure it out, but I figured it out. Does it sound weird still? Gee, what? Yes! You know, it would make more sense to switch it the other way around. For the command to be ally, and then it says, say hello, Valentina. Okay. I'm assuming that this means I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. I'm assuming that Woodcutter's Lane is the axe and Pine Road is the tree. Under the barn. And this is the barn? So this maybe? Dockside Rock? Or that. I'm probably gonna mess up, but I'm gonna click on. Okay. To the side of the house is a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There's no sign of an owner, but so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly I spy a flash of blue, a bottle, but this is it. Oh. Looks like an eye. I have to move things. Okay, and then there was this. Different ones, but it's too faded and crumbled to read. Okay. Proprietor Exchange Antiquities. Beyond the veil in the dark, it beats the shop's forbidden heart. Bring protection for thy mind against the horrors you might find. Bring protection for thy mind. So, an amulet that would protect my mind? Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Stay wakeful, 'tis death to slumber here. Okay, something to keep me awake. Sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Beyond the veil in the dark. So that would be in the catacombs, I think. Like in the lower catacombs. Beats the shop's forbidden heart. Protection for thy mind against the horrors you might find. Sweet breath and stay wakeful. So I don't remember what a lot of these do, if I'm being completely honest. Sleep vessel. Shield turn. Fingerprint cloak. Unshackle. The ability to overcome personal demons. No. Messenger. Prevent the spread of disease. Fire, shadow hold, silent breath. Like needle. Is grace. Goes back. Oh, nope. And to dispel melancholy. Raise remnant. Work in low light conditions such as miners. Board. Wait, there's protection against insanity. This one. Okay. All its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. Okay. That one, mayhaps. It said, and then what did it say? Something sweet breath? And something to keep me awake. There was something that I had given to somebody in order to help her stay awake for days. I don't remember what it was, though. I wonder if sweet breath is a word back here. No. Resonant ring, rock, sacrament, mind, restful mother. No. Less important, should not stray more than a hair from precisely one pound. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart. Like totem. Joy. Yeah. No, that one's up measuring. Lava stone, bone scarred. Used to relieve discomfort caused by otherwise incurable. Well, I guess I'm just gonna flip through quick. I don't remember. That one, that one. Item that offers hope in times of worry, protection. Wait. Mind, I believe those skilled enough to see the path. Okay. Never mind. Small topaz gemstone known as the Eye. Simple blue pierces or hexes. Key. Prayer. It is drawn across the fence of the folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prayer. prove themselves performing the ritual before seeking out the basilisk as a holy blade. It's the only known way to pierce its thick armor. Uncali. Used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose. Wait, that was the last thing we gave Verona, I think. Only used by the Art of Hearing. Agility. Also looking for any references to the Sweet Breath. But if I remember correctly, the right is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought. Cross now, but they are occasionally sought out for the blood and keep them at bay. This energy is balanced in such a way that the objects do not produce a Mind recall what spirit eye. Shroud. Anvil. Wait. I missed something. I know there's something in here that keeps... I might be interpreting it wrong though. Oh, right here. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits. Sleep vessel. And there was also... Snap. I don't think I have. Could be wrong. Protection for the mind was this extreme, and the sleep. Where's the sleep thing? Sleep vessel. That. And I'm gonna check what it said again. Protection for thy mind. Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. To clear the air. Purify the air. Wait, do I have to? I should try to see if I can travel to. I haven't attempted. Strange horticulture. Curious plant shop at the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time there, but I have important work to do, and yet an hour later I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines with a gently purring hellbore curled up in my lap. I'm gonna look up to see what it does. I forget. It is also known as the sweet breath. Ugh, I'm so smart. Air quality. Okay, so the thing said, bend the veil in the dark. I'm assuming it means down here you'll find this. This is a mistake. Oh. Because once you reach like this section of the catacombs, you find. Let me look one more time. I need the years. I already forgot. 1412 to 1507. The shops forbidden heart. Beyond the veil in the dark. The shops forbidden heart. Strom, sleep vessel, and the flower. Veil in the dark. 1412 to 1507. I wonder if there's. Only 30 years. Would it be this? No. Oh, maybe. Is it in reference to the catacombs, though? Spoken Word, Keystone Manor, Marketing, Twinings, Town Hall, Blacksmith Guild, Big Stones. Okay. Maybe I should... Wait, it was 3. No, never mind. I'll sit on that one for a second. Good morning. Yes, to you too, Jupiter. Getting very concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Okay. Is this what I was waiting for? From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the durial, a stone of death. Oh. Diurnal, durial. Okay, I know how to read. Okay. No. Okay, I only have 1 bloodstone, I'm pretty sure. Of the earth. This. I don't think I have any other bloodstones. I only have the 1. Okay. Needed jade and a stone of death, which would be Noctic. I think I may have one of those as well. Green gemstone. Well, it's not that. Okay, it's this. This, I think. What does it say it looks like? Dark blue-green. Oh, right here. Oh. whale? Dark green gemstone, bronze. Vibrates with energy. Oh, this has to go over here somewhere. But I don't have space. So I suppose it'll stay there. Well. Try to just line everything up kind of close over here. I could put these over here. Okay. Jacob Priestley. Thank you for the mother. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. Price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor, broken, must replace. Do I have one already? I have one, actually. Never mind, I don't. It is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside of the body. Without an anchor, minds have been known to become lost. Designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. Make sure some make use of symbology, where others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Individual branch of the mind. Antic. Okay. I'm assuming this. Yes. Okay, it's the flower-esque one. I think it's you. Okay, I lied. Some prefer a pendant, some prefer gemstones. Not you, that's Wixic. Seasons. Okay, what is that gemstone? Antique, anchor between body and mind. It's also gold, I think. Gold and silver. The ring could be in reference to binding. Wait, hold on. There's triangles and everything. Oh, there's missing. Gold, the sun. Let's try this. Kyanite gemstones point to the fact that this item anchors the mind. It produces a mentic field. Stunning. Nephrogwent? Gwant? They were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls who used them in the rituals of resurrection. The power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them even after death, the Quant, Nephroquant, would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause Braxis if it held against bare skin for long periods. The mailman. I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and it's ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Oh. Better late than never. Is it my boss? I've spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling, bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. It seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. Pass on the story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I failed. Your friend Barton. Wait, so he is dead. He's gone forever. I gave him the wrong thing. Chilling bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels, but it seems her markings have been worn away. Okay. This? No, that wasn't that. Markings have been worn away. So, I don't think it's that one. That one was for a different one. This one, mayhaps? Held as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber. I'm able to follow Marwyn's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer remake them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Did I not already know? Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rocks walls for any signs of Marwyn's trail. Suddenly I see it, an M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwyn's lost treasure. Gingerbread man. Tin. Somewhat cool. Mark gives me goosebumps. Makes you uneasy? Oh no. Time has come to decide. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. That was genuinely kind of scary. I got kind of scared seeing her face. What does she want? An abrasive mother. That's what the first wants. An abrasive mother. Used to purge unwanted memories. As with any... Okay. But what I want to give her is the... Give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of the storm of ozone of power, the scent of magic. Inhale deeply, he can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. It's the power of the west wind. It smells funny. It smells weird. Probably this. Red. It's not that. Hot and cold. Wait, this. Never mind. Wait. There is... Heat, ice, fog, snow, wind. Should smell a specific way. What if it gets angry and kills me? Well, her. Kill me, he would kill her. Ringstorm. Here we be. There's no... The resonance compass to confirm that this is a resonant object. Closer inspection reveals the scent that I am expecting. For the ritual of the broken path, a grist is heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. Like a dog, highly recommend. But now you have a cat. Oh, it won't let me put it there because there's so much space there. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. Yarn ball? Ooh. Catacombs, I think. Oh, maybe this. Let's try this first. Here. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots, some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first, the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it up to the surface to take a closer look. Stunning. Clay. Engraved detailing. Okay, that upside down triangle with a line through it is a season, I believe. I might be wrong. Oop, wrong book. Oops. Oh no, element. Earth. Anything else? That looks, it's got those lines with the dot. Cat makes things worse. She stares into the abyss at the ghost. Or she sees a bug you don't see. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a Nephroquent. Do not be concerned, dear. I have used one before and know what I am doing. Okay. Oops. Who used them in the rituals of resurrection? Power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the Nephroquent would crumble to dust. Cause Braxis if held against bearskin for long periods. No. Resurrection, death. I only have one of those though. Because if I'm looking at a gem. Is there anything? It would be back here. But not. Death. This. What is this? Pretty cool. Chalky black residue that coats my fingertips. That would be. Oh. Hold on. Paralysis. Is it water? Water, paralysis. Ice. Became bound to them such that if they were to remove them even after death, it would crumble to dust. No sense of being watched. Rebirth, maybe? No, there's nothing with a spiral. The item here is a ring, a wearable item. It is attached to a hand scarred by Braxis. The spiral design of the item is representation of the symbol for rebirth or resurrection. Dread Vivint? Dread Vivint is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon power away from oneself for a time. Power rising up off a Dread Vivint is subtle but noticeably invigorating. These items represent the balance of life and death, of good and evil, of hope and despair. This thing gives off energy. Please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Okay. Franklin Underhill. The Twinnings, artisans of wood, iron, and clay. Market Avenue, Underwear. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of Twinings. An unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes, containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Dark purposes in death. I am leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look round annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. Exit cord. I'm being attacked! Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Oh. This. Oh. Those were literally ice. It's diurnal, right? What's that? I don't know what that symbol is. Well, simple looking item. I failed. That was my fault. What does it look like again? This... a circle with a line through it, but like top and bottom upside down. That makes sense. I don't see it. That's crazy. Okay. Diurnal branch. Simple looking diurnal branch. strength. Paralysis. But that was literally paralysis and ice. Stone. Mark. Okay. Simple looking. Very weak. This. No. Of the diagonal branch, it could be an Arctic. It literally has paralysis symbols all over it. The item features many symbols of paralysis. It produces an Arctic field from the diagonal branch. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realize I should alert Dr. Robertson. By the time I return to Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Oh no. Where is it at? There. Oops. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use the Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. Well, rather the more Selenic. I'm assuming it's this. Wait. Well, I assume incorrectly. The eyes of Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. Do not produce the eyes. Hold on. Okay. Selenic. Should always be taken. Okay, I have a theory. I think it might be the ram thing because it's continuously being watched. Selenic again. The moon. Oh, well. else about it. Mind. Maybe those skilled enough to see the path. Fortune, hypothesis, hypothesis. Wisdom, maybe? Maybe not. Finger on it. Oh. Well, it's been a while since I've had to do this. Oh. Kitten. Well, until I get them off. Might have been the easiest one. Okay. You want a Cassander. Okay. Is it because mind? Is there anything else? Well, it might have a gem. I forget. Blue, both body and mind. This one's not green, I think. Turquoise. Just blue. Well, could it be? I don't think it's any of these. What did I do already? I did this, and this. Did I check to see? It's not this, right? Two, not you, I doubt. Oops. water. You did. Just said no. No. Oh, it's got the arrows. Never mind. This might be it. The item features 2 stones of sight. Oh, I didn't even think about that. For eyes, it produces a sonic field. Weaving edge. A weaving edge is used to enter the red night, a bloodthirsty state of mind. Tradition dictates that the handle should be made from the wood of great oak. This, if I'm not mistaken. Gilbert Ames. There always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I have nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Soak it in vinegar. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Lavina Hawthorne? I have been researching ancient customs, particularly those found to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. Okay, so you want a ritual object? If you're able to get your hands on a grist, I would be very interested in studying it further. Heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is completed, no matter how hot it gets. Weak sick. Okay. Weak sick field, mayhaps? I have a feeling that it's this, but I could be wrong. Okay. For the ritual of the broken glass, heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in a hand, no matter how hot it gets. Not study the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns. If done correctly, it should not be painful. Well, she's going to burn her hand. So symbol of strength. I'm just guessing. What else? Okay. Broken path. It is a hand. I already tried that, didn't I? Who's this? Okay, I tried that. It said no. I tried that. Those are the only two that have clay, maybe? Wait, this is heated over flame. Item has soot on its lower half, which suggests it has been held over flame. It produces a waxing field. What's the paralysis frozen symbols on it? Also called a moon pool of heart of tranquility, harnesses the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they're not welcome. It's called a moon pool. Power of the elements to create an aura of unease. It can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. There's a superstition among thaumaturges that say that when a luminaire should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. Okay. There's been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backborough. I shouldn't say I'm a brave man. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. No, I've come to prepare my sword. I just got something about that. What it's called. By those too close to defeat, a gift come to her from an unlikely source. I have battled the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. It's not it. There was... I have a vague memory of the picture. Right here. It is drawn across the face of the folium 6 times during the ritual of the hand of... Grooves on the item suggest that the blade has been drawn across it. Look. I hope you survive. Francesca Robertson. They've escaped. At first my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or if perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. How are you still? I feel like you should be one of them. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. I tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Well, they tried killing me already. Twice. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the crepuscular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Okay. Is it another tombstone? Is another tombstone. It was a sun one. Well, it looked like a tombstone. Oh, wait. This. The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels almost overwhelms me, but I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chances of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take long for my search to bear fruit. Oh, that looks terrifying. If I'm being honest, you look like you belong in there. Thaddeus White. Witherance was a terrible idea. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket, and I learned that it was a dark article. I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. Okay, if you knew somebody would want it destroyed, why would you? I'm a collector of things. Seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see how naive that was now. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I have come across before, and now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of its secret places. Dread Vivint. Okay, it's the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon power away from oneself for a time. Power rising up off a dread Vivint is subtle but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent the balance of life and death. Okay, but like, this is me determining whether or not he lives. Moon pool, hard to drink, harness the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. There is a superstition among thaumaturgists that says that Alunima should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. Okay, I have a feeling that if I give him the thing to handle the thing, something's gonna go wrong. But if I leave it there... Okay. So if I have him leave it there and give him the Lunima, then I feel like it's not going to be powerful enough. And he's going to end up dead. Or with black eyes. But I also feel like if I have him transfer it, he's going to end up dead. Or with black eyes. Subtle but noticeably invigorating. Feeling of disquiet lances through my body. I feel like this could be it. That's not the one I wanted to give him. Well, let it be known that if he dies, it was unintentional. And it's not my fault. I'm just bad at this game. Also, if he lives, it was still not my fault. I'm bad at this game. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I appreciate it. Light of Core 10. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection of the League of the Ephesian Heart. Vizian. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. There's an uneasy quiet in town today. You know, I'd be so sad if he showed up with black eyes. There aren't many people out and about. I'm heading straight home as soon as I've done with my deliveries. I've recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You are welcome to them if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Some of the scrolls look promising, but they are written in the Dradic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Rona was around, I'm sure she would translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. Oh, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Failure. Translation of foreign texts. Resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. Used to avoid translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use, the ability does not transfer to spoken language. I had trouble with this last time. No surprise. resembles? Thick field is like that flower-like thing. Is it this? Okay, never mind. Apologies. Meant to be this. Maybe a gem? Fire and light, heat and life. Peace and safety. Stone of sight. Maybe it would be green. I already tried that one. I think it would be that. I could be wrong. Okay. What of these resemble... Okay, that is it. And I was only not able to use it last time because of... It was the wrong thing. Because of it was the wrong thing. Because it had been the wrong thing. You look like you belong in here, honestly. Okay, so it's everything down here now. Beautiful, stunning. Okay. The effect of the Babelia makes my head spin and I close my eyes tight for a moment as my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort and I feel drained as I reach the end. Water shadow. There's a legend that the water shadow can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has long faded from memory. The items themselves are often uninteresting, producing only a faint thalamic field, perhaps as a result of being unused for so many years. This... it's very weak. Anna Bryant. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst week possible to lose my Brydic charm. Ryak. Sorry. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. The wicked triple goddess. Symbol of the triple goddess. Vessel of the earth. Used in various trading rituals. Probably the clay pot. Eli White, where have you been? I did not intend to be away for so long. Are you going to stay put? I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. I've learned a lot from my time in Oxford. Okay, but like, you need to know about the casket. There's a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nalian Casket. And now you're telling me that my foolish half-wit of a brother has hid it in his museum this whole time. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Okay. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We will need to create a pillar of Calaris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Ugh. Pillar of Calaris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it's the safest way to destroy powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant thaumic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness align the proposing powers at opposing compass points. With Coercion's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness. This guy. Weakness. And then strength was what I was trying to give that one guy. That's what he had asked for. Flip back Corbin's might. Fortnite. Heal strength or restore strength that has been sapped. They're made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Okay. It's this. Put him in here. This and this. Dark and light. Light. Sunbond. Housing a gemstone of light can carry the warmth and light of the Okay, put you over here. And darkness. The eye, I think. This. Veiled Fen. But it clouds over after short periods of total darkness. Can be used to command attention from individuals, small groups of the people. Public speakers sometimes use. Oh, that's what I give that lady, and she died. This lady, she's dead, and so is he. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Might be this, though. Wait. Tinburn Cloak can create a sphere shrouding darkness that can cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze. Tinburn Cloak. Right here. I think. I think. Okay, I can go here. It was light and darkness, right? Darkness. Shadow hold. Keeping dark, pulling from the shadows of poison the wound. Oops. Darkness. Bright charm. I did need this as well. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of Enthusiasm Heart. They're objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light and fear to joy. I need one of those. I need 5 items, he said. So I need another... It. Present the earth and sun and death, the Dradic, the Diurnic. No, I don't believe. Turn cloak, field fan. I think that was it. So I need light of fortune. Noctic. What it is. Swirling this way. No. Oops. Heart. Okay, part of its administration, they got the secrets closely, the name is God. Okay. Must press the tip of a talon hard against the cheekbone to draw the blood. Okay. Oops. League of the Amphibian Heart. Not associated with, but it was a hand. Oh. Amber, maybe? Fire and light, heat and life. Hmm. It has little symbol on its. It's that one as well. Oops. What is that one again? Sight? Zone of sight. It's really can turn darkness to light for you to joy. I feel like it should give you a sense of... Wait, it's hot and cold. So opposites. It could be this. Isabel Stowe. I've had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now I felt tired and frail, and today I find something that horrified me. Beneath my bed I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. I don't know who has done this to me, but all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. Susan Hill. Snake. I would like a blood back. Nameless ones are restless. I'm ready to hear their voices. She did the ritual thingamajig. Back. It has once been thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is not known where the strange voices that emanate from a bloodback originate, but there are some who believe they are the voices of the nameless gods. No, I have a feeling. No, okay. Never mind. The design of the item and the Vivinite stone suggest a connection to death. Closer inspection revealed the whispering within. No, I never inspected it. Gorchena. These are used to call on the guile and the wisdom of the goddess Gorchen. She is a goddess of the earth, creation, and rebirth. It's maintained by some that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura that's hard to explain. Thaddeus runs along the dark corridor, his eyes wide with terror. He clutches the largest remaining shard of the shattered lumina in his hand. He only has one thought in his head. He must not allow his pursuers to reach the casket. It will draw them to the armory. It's his only hope. His heart sings as he rounds the corner. No! 3 more black-eyed assailants are coming from one direction. He is trapped. His final thoughts are consumed by fear. There's nothing stopping them now. The casket will be opened. It's all his fault. It's festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. I think no matter what I did, he was going to fail. Not like his fault, but like I think that was just going to happen. I lie below books and the scrolls and the esoteric and the arcane. I lie below books and the scrolls and the esoteric and arcane. What's her face? The library, but is it her library? Lie below. Okay, we're gonna go here first. The Woodsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge. Its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. Librarian Simone sits at the desk, her focus fixed on her words as always. Found some old books that dig into the history of strange antiquities, she says without looking up. It's very old, you know. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. Okay, never mind. Below? Oop. I already went here, I think, though. I'm gonna fail. Here? In the library, I'm drawn to a dark alcove. On the right, bearing the title Esoterica and Arcana. I'm sure there is much to learn here, but sadly a cursory glance is all I have time for. Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Okay, but is that not what that meant? I lied below. This is the first floor, so would it be... Or is it this? Like below this way? Ooh. Where exactly would it be? Because these all technically are below. Library. It could be any of these. See my time. I'm just gonna click. I just need to prove myself wrong. I lie below. As I open the door, I am hit by the musty smell of damp. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The Corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris I find something of interest. Ooh. Polished. Painted markings. This has to be that one water thing. Really white. The museum was ransacked last night. Went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. The good news is that they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of the strange Antiquities vaults. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I have left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Okay. The lake has turned black. An omen, as omens go, I'd say that's probably quite a bad one. The mail won't deliver itself. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleaston Castle. I expected it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Feels all too prescient. As we hurtle towards winter and a terrible unknown fate. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Fear. 3 sticks. Autumn. Held up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside the bestiary of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Oh, wait, I did it wrong. It said rising in winter, right? Searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawlings of a madman, but amongst the nonsense there is some valuable information. Stormward and such. Okay, there's a couple things that I still haven't done. What's his face said? That there was a way to get into the whatever down here. But then there was also that one thingamajig in the catacombs that I never finished. Beyond the veil in the dark beats the shop's forbidden heart. Bring protection for the mind. Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Stay wakeful 'tis death to slumber here. Beyond the veil in the dark. What is that in reference to? Is that this? This has to be where I'm headed now for this. Anchor that has never touched the ocean, a finger but not a flesh. reference to the pit, maybe? Arthur Ambrose. 1412. 1507. Proprietor, Strange Antiquities. Beyond the Veil and Northeast Storage for I'm missing something. I feel like there was something I learned a while ago that I'm forgetting. I feel like I have to complete this before I wonder how many well, I already know what that one is. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. Like an anchor for the mind, or are we talking about ones that are for the finger but not flesh? Just want to have these things set up. Oops. Nether. Would the nether be the anchor? Shadow casting the art, projecting its presence inside of the body without anchor. Minds have been known to get lost. Okay, shadow anchor that is never touched. These might be more straightforward. Candle, anchor, and finger. Oh, there's witch's finger. I never discovered it though. Seven digits of the witch of the Undermere. Supposed purification of the body. Okay. Shadow anchor. Did I move it? Right here. Shadow anchor, candle, and I need the witch's finger. This. It would be this because that I'm pretty sure that sign is of like, the witch's symbol. Witch sign. I wonder if it would just be the tree. Shadow anchor, candle, and the tree, mayhaps. It looks like there's blood on it. We'll make the assumption that that's what it is. It's time to end this now. Bring the casket to the pit. Okay. I really want to figure out what that thing means.
Why do some of these pages have the X's at the bottom? But not all of them do. You know what? How many? How many pages have X's? Because if it's 3, then it might be another thingamajig to open. Ooh. It was the Orford Spire, Lithomic Needle, Matic Needle? I don't remember. Balia. Oops. Dang. Well, I had to go back and check the back of it anyway. Oh, okay, wait. We're at... Well, that might have been it, because... Is that... There's only 3 of them. It was... This? Oops. This? And this. Did I do it wrong? I have to do it in a certain order and I didn't realize. Oh, I did do it wrong. It has to be lighter. Oh. Oh, is this... Oh. Wait, is this the heart of... Was this... Reach the heart of the shop. Oh my god, am I dead? I have entered the heart of the shop. I am part of strange antiquities now. I flow with the atomic energy of 1,000 years. I am at peace. Wait, is this an ending? Ending 9. I feel its rhythmic pulse. I'm enveloped in its warm embrace. Okay. That's not what I thought was going to happen. But that being said, I want to go back and do the other thing. Oh, I didn't mean to scroll. Okay. Start at the beginning. I like the below the books and the scrolls. I like the below. This one, no? Okay. Okay, and then we had realized that I put all these over here. This is what we needed. But we also needed the thingamajig, which I thought was this. The candle, the anchor, and witch's finger, which I thought was this. The museum was ransacked last night. Went for my brothers, nowhere to be found. Didn't find what they're looking for. It's in the vaults. I'm more prepared, but I left instructions on how to access the vault and the desk drawer. Okay, okay. Then he brought me my letter. Fear in autumn rising in winter. What is this? Ah, it was that. It's just because I don't have the thing on the thing. Oh, it wasn't that, I lied. Okay. So done this now. Bring the casket to the pit. Okay. You said candle, anchor, and then the witch's finger. Okay, okay. Casket. What'd you do? Do one last time before I die. Okay. Bring it to the pit. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look at the sky look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter. It has an unnatural look to it. This is the site of the thaumic convergence. It's no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Finally, we need the light of Corten to bind them. I'm hoping that's it. Strength and weakness. Light and darkness. Oh, I think 2 of these items might be wrong. Okay. That's a 10-burn cloak. St. John's anvil. Oh, that is very close. There's just one of these I'm not sure about. This or the cloak? These are this. It has to be this. That are pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called the Shadow Catcher. Dark charm, light fortune, pit, cloak, veiled defense. Balanced in such a way that the objects do not produce a recognizable field. This. Okay, so it's not that. It's this. And it's not that. What was it again? It was the light, not light. Yes. These Noctic items have no connection to the League of Invisible. Who's? It's a snake. Light. Noctic items. Noctic. Snake. This. Eli inspects my work. His face shows a little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now, the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red over afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there's a reply, and then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin around to find Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. I can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'm willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their calls and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands. Such a small thing, and yet its seductive powers are possible to ignore. If it wants to be opened, suddenly it feels inevitable. A casket, now. But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. Okay, what does a Wixit cord do again? Is this me choosing the casket? Is this for me? Is this for me? These simple items do not produce a Wixit field, cause a freezing effect on the body, earning them the nickname. This effect is not permanent. Wait, I give it to him. Ooh. Wait, I'm so confused. Is this going to be... Am I giving this to him, or am I giving the Wixit cord to him? Okay, the wave of intoxicating power washes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working as fast as we can, it still takes longer than we'd like, and when I look up again, the thaumaturge has fear in his eyes. We're too late, the mob is upon us. One of them grabs Eli and tries to wrestle the casket from his hands. I rush across to help him, but it's no use. They're all around us. The man tears the casket free and it clatters to the floor, skittering towards the edge of the pit before coming to rest on the precipice. A gray-haired woman stoops to pick it up, and I am surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. The mob cheers, but Verona turns toward me and I am no longer afraid. Her eyes are ringed with darkness, but they are not black. Back from the dead. She winks at me and throws the casket into the pit. At the same moment, Eli activates the light of Corton. Time stands still, and then there's a rush and a roar as the swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces. Then there's nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. It's been a few weeks since the casket was destroyed, but I'm still riding high on the elation and relief from that night. Everything seemed to come together right when it needed to, and somehow we avoided a terrible catastrophe. Those who were under the casket spell were released almost immediately. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects, and Dr. Robertson says that they all have made a full recovery. It is rare for Eli to express much emotion, but even he congratulated me on my strength and resolve in the face of such darkness. He too felt the allure of the casket and was worried that it would overwhelm me. He told me with the hint of pride that I would make a fine thaumaturge. Please. Alive, 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 missing, presumed dead, he went through the tall stone door and was never seen again. Alive, alive, insane, her thoughts are scattered after being sliced from the diverging hook. Deceased, murdered by her own bloodthirsty followers when they saw her weakness. Insane, never recovered from falling deeper into the trance, his mind is fully broken. Deceased, he perished believing that the casket would be opened. No! Rescued, fully recovered from his catnapping ordeal. Dang. I wonder if he would have died if I had given him the other thing. Ending 1. A catastrophe avoided. The casket has been destroyed and Undermere is safe again. But there was 9 endings because I found the other ending where I emerged with the store. I want all of them. Well, that was lovely. Day 19, Epilogue. This is where Tess Sherwood. My father is suffering from Morgan's insanity. This is going to give me the opportunity to figure everything else out. His doctors have given up on him, but Dr. Robertson told me there might be a way to save him. She said it might be possible to stop the infection spreading by cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind, but she said it was beyond her skill. So, I'm going to assume that it's going to be the things that I don't have. Just to purge unwanted memories. Oh. No, the question marks usually mean I have it. Wait, but I know what this is now. Oops. Okay. The rest of it I'm not sure about. This and these. It's the mother, I'm sure. One of them, anyway. Restful. Dahati, taking a different particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. What was it? Spreading, cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind. Was it the separation thingamajig? The thing that I used to drive her sister insane. I forget what it was called. It's not over here, it's definitely on the other side of it. Diverging hook. Peggy Grafton. There's an old hermit living out past wastewater who barely comes into town. Water brings me lists now and then for odd things. This time he wants something that will pull water from within air. No idea if he's mad or onto something, but I said I'd ask around. Okay, it's gotta be like one of these. And features an aquamarine gemstone, a stone of water. Using my skills, I can check that it weighs half a pound. Cecile Bateman. My lungs are shot. My doctors have told me to settle my affairs. But I'm not ready to give up. Not yet. I've heard a local story about the Witch of Undermere and her healing abilities. See, it's dangerous and painful, but sometimes it works. Oh. Owen Fox. My farm is diseased, my crops won't hold, and even the animals are uneasy. My old man says they are angry. He says I should call upon Corton for wisdom and blessing. Can you help? This land's all I've got. Cortana. By the these are not objects, but they exude an imposing. Okay. She is goddess. And there's wisdom. This snake. Oops. Okay. Using the index, I can remind myself the Korchan is a serpent goddess represented in the design on this jar. Closer inspection reveals that they have an imposing aura. The item has several connections to the earth, the jade eyes, the clay material, and the Dradic field they produce. I collect rare artifacts, especially those with, shall we say, questionable uses. The weaving edge has always fascinated me. I don't plan on using it, heavens no. Blood magic, old traditions, I simply must have it. Weaving edge. Bloodthirsty state of mind, tradition indicates the handle will be made of wood. Oh, whale? This handle is made of oak. I've read the tales of Calaris from cover to cover. I'm surprised to learn of some of the powers he could wield. Did you know that he could walk through walls? I read that he used a water shadow, but that we have lost the knowledge of how they work over the years. I don't expect I'll get very far with it, but I'd like to study one all the same. Who knows, perhaps I'll succeed where others have failed. Oh. Can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has long faded. The items themselves are often uninteresting, producing only a faint thaumic field. Oh, what's this? Thank you for the hydrate. I've been studying old text references to things hidden beneath the surface of our world. They mention the use of spirit eye to see beyond the black veil. Something I'd like to experience for myself. Okay. Never mind. It's not clear exactly what they do show. They draw the power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Opposing symbols. This. Heat and cold. The ability to see worlds beyond. Yes. I feel like this should go here. Oh, I was reading. I need your help. We found a cave out past the old mill. Inside, some sort of mirror was casting a strange beam of light. My brother walked into it. Now he's stuck, pulled this way and that way like some dancing marionette. I came here as fast as I could because I remembered you have a way to draw dark power away from the body. Could that work here? Sure. I did. No, this was the one I was trying to... Rising up off a dread event, subtle but noticeably that objects represent the balance of life and death, good and evil, and despair. It's the only way to handle some of the most dangerous artifacts. Anyway. This. Lots of a balance is reflected in the design, the skull death and the flowered life. Mr. Inspector reveals the power the item exudes. This was what I was trying to give his brother. Alice Holtby? Grandmother followed the old ways. She kept a Draedic altar in the cellar. She believed in asking for nature's blessings before harvest. I found a note about a ritual meant to bring abundance, but it needs an Argo? Seems like the place to find one. Vessel of the Earth. Tommy Brown. I work the riverbeds, searching for stones, amethyst, jade, maybe vivinite if I'm lucky. It's hard to spot them in the muck. But I heard about those remnants that let you feel the glimmer through the dirt. With the shot, it was thing that I gave her that let her see. These. See the colors and stuff. This Aries remnant. No. No, yes. I thought I had given that to somebody. It's not read as Thomas Pope. Hit a bit of a snag and I've had to shut down the quarry. Our dynamite suppliers had a little accident. I'll spare you the details. I wonder if there's anything among your fine collection that could get us up and running again in the short term. I'm losing money by the minute. Shin. You use materials with connection to the ocean. They begin as superstitions of the objects of the sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe, but with the help of the old thaumaturges, they became more. Many lives were saved. More Thurman's Bane. Born by the nectar, protect against the curse. The more items they ward against curses, they met Darnic. When the nectar placed closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Haunted memories. vision. This, maybe? Oh. Oh, and then I need 4 of the same. Sun. Let's try the sun again. Start over. Great. Okay. Moon. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. I'm losing money by the minute. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. Do you need anything among your fine collection that get us up and running? Gotta shut down the quarry. Dynamite suppliers had a little accident. I'll spare you the details. I don't know what he's asking for. I wonder if it's anything here. Oh. I knew it was gonna happen. Why is it red? Hmm? Need. Thank you. Need 2 of the same, then 2 cats. Oh.
Okay, I used all of the ones that I don't have figured out yet. So it's got to be... Sirens call the bees that divert attention. Spell melancholy, broken path. Or the predator. Non-human forms. They're not held high regard by most colors in the coat. Willem is an item with enticing power. Tranquility. But not exactly the most useful inside. They're carried by desert nomads who use them to drink precious water from the cool night air. There's hobs. Open to suggestibility. Trance-like state. Look upon the hidden temperature too long. These energies. Okay. There's linked to the inner mind. Protects against insanity. I don't know what he's asking for. Quite different. The plant helps to overcome deafness. Low level of protection against elements with this author. To become soaked to the bone in one too many downpours to trust those claims. They're made from metal, typically bronze or iron. Designed to be carried discreetly, made of a non-precious metal. Up and running again in the short term. Dynamite suppliers had a little accident. I'll show you the details. Something that'll explode? Oh, wait. Three different materials, atomic field produces. Remember, that's what I gave that guy and he disappeared forever. William Wheatley. My thesis is on the psychology of fear, but books can only take me so far. Oh, you want that thing? I need to feel it properly. I'm sure you have something. Yeah. What is it?
They are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. No symbol or other writings are worn around the neck, and closer inspection, I begin to feel a sense of paranoia. Althea O'Shea. I've been looking into Corvin, the Bloody Queen, for a book on historical figures that I'm writing. I find it surprisingly difficult to verify much of her story. I was hoping to take a look at one of the bloodstone artifacts that were created in her name, if you have one, of course. The design of the item represents the eagle's gift. Constant Vader. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, just shift their thinking a little. Sometimes all it takes is a suggestion in the right state of mind. Do you have anything suitable? Yeah, I gave it to somebody that is dead now. Jane Fairburn. My sons are out of control. Jail doesn't teach them anything. A year behind bars and they come back worse. I want them to feel the wrong they've done. Guilt. Real penance so they might change their ways. I've given that to somebody before. It's one of these. Wait, it was the binding seed, I think. Feelings of guilt and shame. You. Freddie Lamb. Can't bear the pain any longer. I would rather have no memory of her at all than suffer like this. Don't try to talk me out of it. I already made up my mind. Brother captains a small fishing vessel in Haverick. There was a big storm last month and 2 boats never came home. I remember what the old sailors used to carry. Charms, tokens, things to keep the sea calm, or at least keep you afloat. I want to give him something like that, just in case. Peter Leland? You roll along the tongue to cure. Here you go. Finally. I thought I'd be silent forever. I've been studying the eye and trying to give a voice to the markings on the stones. Next thing I knew, I could speak. Been a dreadful few weeks. Rain again. Wait, we get to help him? Soaked to the bone before I'm halfway through my rounds. Fed up with it. I've got a few bob to spare if you know a way to keep me dry. Identify all the items. And with that, I am done. Time for a well-earned rest, right after I give Juniper one last scratch behind the ears. Oh my god, that's exactly what I was thinking. And one more for good luck. I want a cat so bad. Okay. I really do like these games. I made a joke last time that if the museum curator didn't die, I didn't kill him, that it would be a good third installment to work in the museum. Um, Here's to hoping they do that still. Even though I murdered him, I gave him the wrong thing. That wasn't even the thing I wanted to give him. So it's okay. Maybe at some point I can go back. Maybe at some point I can go back and try to see if um that was the correct item to give him. See if it would spare him. Maybe save Barton. Um that being said though, it's a little bit earlier than I usually end, but I think I should end here. I might have to get up in the morning for an appointment. Um, I don't have all of the answers quite yet, and I know it's last minute, but either way, this is where we're going to end for tonight. As always, I appreciate it so much for you being here, lurking, chatting, however you choose to interact, exist in this space. Um, I I've been saying it for the past couple of streams, but I want to go back to something a little bit more exciting. I love cozy games, obviously, but maybe I can find like a short game that I can play, or just go back to Constance. I brought that up as well, because the full release for Fields of Mystery is out the second week of August. I think the 10th. Um, so I'm super excited for that. There's going to be a big update. So we'll jump back into that when that updates. And yeah, in the meantime, I want to have something not necessarily not cozy, but a little bit more exciting. But yeah, again, thank you so very much. Hope I didn't even. Excuse me. All right. That feels about right. I hope wherever you are in the world, you have a great day, great afternoon, great night. And I shall see you. Probably not tomorrow night, because I will have to wake up early on Tuesday morning. But I shall see you Tuesday night, I believe. Yes. I don't work till late on Wednesday. So I will be back Tuesday night. Night for me. But yeah, thank you so very much again. I appreciate it greatly. And bye.
trying to save you from yourself, but your mind's on someone else. Guess I'll never know. I don't wanna go, but I know I need to. I'm losing control when I think about you. I'm sleeping all alone again tonight. I'm wishing that you would make up your mind. What do I do with this mess you made me? Did you mean it back when you called me baby? Cause you're giving me conflicting signs, and I wanna stay with you just for one more night. What do I